Dear students, in this session we will discuss few topics from overview of operating system of the subject operating system. I am Sanjay Sadashiv Ghade, lecturer in Information Technology, Government Polytechnic Washim. The course outcome of operating systems are given as follows. So there are lots of course outcomes, out of which use operating system tools to perform various functions is the relevant course outcome for the topics that we are going to discuss. You can refer the number of reference book given in the syllabus, out of which operating system concept is the better option, which is given as the first number. It is very good reference book and universally referred. The content that we are going to discuss in this session are operating system concept, components of operating system, operations of operating system, and views of operating system. We will learn all these three parts during our session, and the learning outcome after discussing these points, we will able to explain the functioning of given components of operating system. So now let's talk about what is operating system. The simple definition of operating system is: operating system is a program that acts as an intermediary between the user of a computer and the computer hardware. It controls the execution of application program, and it manages the computer hardware. That you can see that in simply we can say that operating system, it is the software which is having the interface between the user and the hardware through the different application programs. The major purpose of this operating system is to provide an environment in which user can execute programs in a convenient and efficient manner. So the basic work of operating system is to provide the environment to the user by which they can operate the system very easily and convenient way. The main role of operating system is very much important to the whole computer system, because without which computer system is of no use. For example, since it is just like a human body, we are having hands, we are having mouth, we are having this whole body, legs, but if we don't have a brain to control it, it can't do anything. So in the same way, since though we are having we are having CPU, we are having keyboard, we are having mouse, but if we don't have an operating system, it is of all the parts are of no use, because to control them, to work them, we need to have some controlling mechanism, which is nothing but the operating system. Here you can see the abstract view of operating computer system, where you can find the where is that operating system is. So here this is the operating system, which is placed in between the number of application programs and computer hardware, and these application programs are accessed by the number of users. That means an operating system plays a vital role in between the computer hardware and the users. So these are the four different parts of computer system: hardware, operating system, application programs, and user, where operating system is the most important part. Now, which kind of functions which are performed by the operating system? Operating system performs a lots of function, because it must handle the all hardware and the software resources properly and in the efficient manner. So that's for that purpose all the functioning of the operating systems are classified into 8 components. These are process management, memory management, file management, IO system management. It is also called as a device management in some literature. Then secondary storage management, networking, protection system, and command interpreter system. Let's talk about the process management. The process management is nothing but managing the processes of the program. The process is what? It is just a runtime execution of a program. One program may have the number of processes. We will discuss it in the later part of the syllabus. So what is the basic function of the process management? It create and destroy the number of processes. It can allocate the hardware resources for the process. It controls the progress of the processes. It provides the mechanism for communication and providing mechanism for deadlock handling. So this is the work of process management. Then let's talk about the main memory management. In main memory management, we sometimes we called it as a RAM. Main memory management, again, it is one of the major component of the operating system, where allocation techniques, deallocation techniques, keeping track of the status of each location and determining allocation policy is performed. So these are the different activities which are performed under the main memory management. By that way, if we can use memory in a efficient way. Then another component of the operating system is file management system. So here we can create and delete the number of files. We can create and delete the number of directories. We can map the number of files onto the secondary storage devices. We can backup the number of files. So lots of activities are performed which are related to the files and folders. So files are nothing but, we can say that it is a PDF file, it is a Excel file, or it is any kind of file having different extensions. We can handle all those files with the help of this file management. Another component of operating system is IO system, input output system management, or it is also called as a device management. Whatever the devices which are connected to the to that computer, those all are managed through that operating system. It is a general device driver interface and driver for each specific hardware device. It is a memory management component that includes buffering, caching and spooling. So while accessing or managing the number of IO devices, it also manages the buffering and caching, whatever included inside that particular device, such as a printer or scanner. Then there is another component, secondary storage management. In secondary storage management, we can have the secondary storages. For example, your complete hard disk, where you are having the 1 TB memory or 256 GB memory, like that, or your pen drive is also one of the secondary device. Your CD, compact disc, we can say that, or DVD, all these are the secondary storage. So we can manage all those secondary storage devices, secondary storage, through the operating system. So number of activities we can do under this management, that is free space management, storage allocation and disk scheduling. Another one is operating system also manages the number of activities performed for the networking purpose. That means if the particular computer is connected with the in the LAN or any network, in that case whatever management is required, it is performed with the help of this component, that is networking component. Then the protection system. Definitely protection system is most important part of the operating system, by which only authenticated users are having access or given access to that computer system. So that's why protection system is necessary, and it is also managed by the operating system. And the last one is command interpreter system. Here command interpreter system means it is the interface between user and OS. So we can, for giving any kind of instructions to the computer, we can use such kind of command interpreter, for example MS-DOS or Unix, and we can get a response on this command prompt also. Okay, so MS-DOS and Unix, these are some examples of it. So it is all about that, what are the different components of operating system. We have seen 8 components of operating system. Now after performing all the functionalities, let's talk about what are the basic operations performed by the operating systems. So all operations of the operating systems are broadly classified into 3 parts, that are program management, resource management and security and protection. Here the operations which are performed in the program management, these are related with the processes which are involved within that particular program. So here the number of operations are in program management: to provide control access to shared resources, control execution of user applications, creation and execution and deletion of the number of processes. We can resume and we can reschedule the processes using these program management. Also resource management: whatever the resources are available with that particular computer system, that resources are managed. We manage. So sometimes we call that operating system as it is a resource manager, or we also called it as a resource allocator. So operating system works as a resource allocator. So resources of the computer systems are nothing but it is a CPU, it is memory, it is file storage space, it is IO devices, files and printers. So another part is the part of operation is the security and protection. To protect any information, files and resources in the computer, we need certain operations which are provided by that operating system. Security has many aspects. That is what is the nature of threats, nature of intruders, those we can try to access your data, and the accidental data loss. So in all these sectors, these operations are very much useful, which are performed by the operating system, which makes our computer much more secure. So these are the three different operations in the operating system: program management, resource management, and security and protection. Now the views of operating system. Here there are two different views of operating system: user view and one more is the system view. User view means in the user point of view, how we can see that operating system. What is the importance of operating system by considering the view of user? In this case, we can see that computer users sit in front of a PC, just like I am right now I am sitting in front of that laptop. So computer users sit in front of PCs consisting of monitor, keyboard, mouse, system unit. Such a system is designed for one user to monopolize its resources. In this case, our operating system is designed to give a ease of use and gaining performance. Means for that particular user who is going to access that, who is going to use that particular computer, can be easily access the content, can be easily access the material, can be easily solve his problem through that computer. That facilities should be provided by the operating system much more easily. So in this way, that operating system works behind the scene. That user doesn't know that, don't want to go into much more details. Again, user sit at a terminal connected to the mainframe or a computer. That means other users are accessing the same computer through the other terminals. In such cases, designed to in this case, operating system is designed to maximize the resource utilization. That means while that particular user is sitting in front of some terminal which is connected to the server, so that computer or that terminal may also be accessed by the different computer also, different terminals also. So that maximum resource utilization must be given by the operating system, and it is already given by that operating system. So by that point of view also, it is much more important for that operating system. So again, many varieties of handheld computers have come into fashion. For example, some computers have little or no user view. For example, home devices and automobiles. Another view is a system view. Here, in the view of a system, in the view of a computer system, if you identify the operating system, then it is just a resource manager, it is just a resource allocator. Means whatever the resources are available with that particular computer system, that resources are allocated and managed by the operating system. Okay, multiple user can get all computing resources simultaneously. that resources like CPU time, memory, file system, IO device. Okay, IO device, these are just like a display, monitor, printers, mouse. Then again, another system will be the control program. That means the basic property of that operating system is to control the execution of a user program. Okay, and the operations of IO devices. So that controlling is also done by the operating system. It is a system point of view. That means system operating system does this part. Okay, so hence these are the two different views of operating system, that is user view and system view. So with this discussion, in this session we have covered the following topics. That is, we have covered that operating system concepts, components of operating system. We have seen there are total 8 components. We have seen operations of operating system, three basic parts of the operations. We have seen program management, resource management, and security and protection. Another last part we have seen, it is views of operating system, that is user view and system view. Thank you very much.